Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Send double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to you. I'm out there pushing the word sincerity and truth. This is Brother Ariala. And this video is going to be titled, How Can I Join GMS or Great Millstone? This is something that I've been noticing has been more on the comment boards. You know, people are asking more lately about joining Great Millstone. And, you know, this is something that I notice on other Israelite pages. You know, on their websites, they say want to join. And they have, you know, links to where you can join. And I recorded this lesson actually yesterday while I was at the park. There was a couple of videos I recorded. But it was so windy. It was a very nice day, but it was just so windy that the recordings were rough. I ended up uploading the one that I did on the calendar question for IUIC, but this one I decided not to upload it, and I'm running some errands right now, so I decided to just kind of address it while I'm on the road. One of the things that I pulled up in that lesson was the scripture in John chapter 15, and the Lord said, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. You know, and basically it says that you go forth and you bring to go forth and bring forth fruit. You know, if you are really wanting to be a part of this ministry, you really wouldn't be asking that question. You would be intentional about just moving forward with preaching and conducting yourself within the ministry and doing what you got to do humbly, of course, with respect. And it would just be a progression of action, not a progression of asking, but it would just be a progression of action, you know, taking action. This is not something where you read the scriptures and it talks about, when you read in the book of John, the 6th chapter, and you read up at the top, the Lord had preached by the seaside, and he ended up breaking the loaves of bread and multiplying the fish so that everyone could eat. 5,000 people ended up eating. And when you read down in that same chapter, the Lord kind of says, I believe it's 6:26, where he says, you didn't come for the word or for the spirit. You came to eat of the bread and the fish. And he talks about, you know, don't come to eat the meat that perisheth. You should be coming to eat of this meat that's everlasting. You know, and one thing that we always say in this camp is, you don't want to be a chicken eating nigga or a lamb eating nigga, or a guy that's just here because he want friends and fellowship and just some people to eat chicken with and play hip-hop songs with. This is not a social club. And that was always, when you read within the scriptures, there was always a separation between the people that just were kind of listening and they agreed about salvation and they wanted to be healed, versus those who were given the mysteries. Like when you read in the book of Matthew 13:9, and you read at the top, and once again the Lord is teaching by the seaside, and he's saying the parable of the sower. And the disciples come to the side and say, why are you talking to them in parables? And the Lord turns to the disciples and says, for unto you it's given to know the mystery of the keys of heaven, basically. You know, it's for you to understand these things, but unto them it's not given. For having ears they hear not, and having eyes they see not. You know, and basically how the Spirit had it written in the book of Isaiah that the Most High sealed the understanding from them because he didn't want them to understand. You know, and for people who are coming up asking, how can I join Great Millstone? You know, take initiative, man. Take initiative. Get up in there one time. Most of the brothers that are within the camp, it wasn't, you know, them waiting around, waiting for, like, this ain't no where we going and recruiting people. If you want to be recruited, go to IUIC, go to ISUPK, go to one of these other groups. We're not recruiting people. We're looking for people who have a mindset of wanting to prophesy, who have a mindset who want to have the priorities in their life centered around preaching and teaching this word to seal the hopeful elect. If that's your intention, then you're going to be action oriented. You just going to get it in. You know, I know there's one young brother that he's been in the camp for about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now. Young, on fire. You know, it wasn't a question of, oh, can I join the camp? He just was doing what he needed to do. He saw the truth. He received the word, and he just got to work. It wasn't that was it. You know, he just was just like, okay, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I agree. I believe. I'm going to move. But if you just chilling, you agreeing, and you know, just watching it, and if you're not compelled, if you're not feeling something in your gut to say, man, I need to be out there. If there's not a conviction inside of you to actually do the work. See, doing the work is not just keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. A lot of you guys are watching the videos right now, and you think you're doing the work because you simply believe that you're an Israelite and you don't eat pork no more. That's not doing the work. The work of this ministry is putting your hand to the plow, to going out there and preaching and prophesying and hitting these streets and committing your life unto the ministry to confess Yahweh Shem Yahushua unto the world, salvation to the nation of Israel, man. That's really what it is. Confessing Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the world puts your life on the line. Okay? You are going to be hated. You know, just eating lamb dinner instead of eating pork chops, and you know, you go to the barbershop and you know we the Israelites of the Bible, right? You occasionally when you getting your ball fade, you telling everybody at the barbershop, you know, that they are Israelite. That's not preaching the word. That's not doing the work. Okay? And you know, so for you guys that really wonder how can I join Great Millstone, man, you don't have to ask. You wouldn't have to ask if you were doing what you was doing. And I'm not saying that to demean anyone. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to say, you know, I'm just being honest. You know? Get in there, man. You know? No one's going to come around begging and asking if you want to be a part of the camp. You know? And I'll say this to the camp heads and to the people who, you know, who are kind of responsible for men crossing over, man, stop being so worried about people being agents like that. Of course, be prudent. But hey, man, let me tell you a secret. There are going to be agents that get in the camp sometimes, bro. You know, it's going to happen. You know, it happened during the time of the Lord. It happened during the time of the apostles. It's going to happen today. You just be focused on preaching the word, man. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you ain't got to worry about somebody being an agent, man. Because most of the time, the angry guy, the guy that's always got a scowl on his face, those are the most cool brothers. Those are the ones that are really gonna take a hold to this thing and fight until the end. So stop trying to, you know, oh, I mean, I think you're an agent. I mean, you know, he picked his cuff up with his left hand. You know, I don't know about that. You know, he came to camp one time. He had checkered socks. Look, bro. If a person is sincere, they doing the work. You know what I mean? They down, they humble. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to filter everything else out. Our job is to preach this word, you know. You know, but the scriptures also talk about the people that follow Yahushua, they move straight way. They move straight way. They wasn't waiting around with their hands in their pockets. See, this ministry is for people who who take initiative. Businessmen, so to speak. If you got a job mentality and you looking for bare minimums, because people with a job mentality, they look for bare minimums. They look to do just a minimal amount of work to not get fired. Those people stand on the outside for a long ass time until you start to pick up the mindset of being a go-getter, being a self-initiator. Just, hey man, start picking up bricks and start helping build. You know? But if you're waiting around, how much do I exactly have to read? What scriptures do I exactly have to know? What do I exactly need to do? You're going to stand on the outside for a long time, man. You're just going to be on the outside looking in. You know? For a good minute. You know what I'm saying? Take some initiative if you really believe in this thing. You want to be a part of Great Millstone, get up on the good foot. Okay? Stop being so scary. Stop being, a lot of you guys are just so afraid of what people think and what person is going to say, and you so worried about what man think, you ain't worried about salvation, man. You should be more worried about what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua thinks for you not moving. And brothers can pick up on that in the spirit. When a brother has that fire and that initiative, that's spiritual, man. Brothers that's in the camp pick up on that type of stuff. And that's when the invitations go out. That's when it's like, yeah, come on to the other side, man. Hey, you know, you might just show up at camp and they be like, hey, nah, man, you come on this side, all right? And you start coming to class. Class is at this time at this brother's house. We'll see you there at 3:30. It wasn't no, you know. Yeah, do we have tests and kind of like certain type of procedural ways to kind of gauge your knowledge of the scripture? Yeah, we have that. But ultimately, man, it's a spiritual thing, man. It's a mindset thing that you can literally feel and see. So the question of how do I join Great Millstone? Hey, man, you got to answer that question within your own spirit. This is the school of the prophets over here, man. The apostles and elders have built this thing through the spirit with people who have the mindset of one thing. I want to see the kingdom come. I want to preach the word so other men can be sealed so we can get the hell out of here. There ain't no agenda towards, well, we gonna build some schools and cafeteria, and we gonna make a library, and we're gonna have a daycare, and you trying to think about this whole Israelite enterprise in Babylon. Nope. The mindset is, okay, are you down for preaching this word, man, unto death? Okay, if you are, you gonna read. You gonna study. You gonna get your ass up. You gonna be at camp. You gonna want to pick up the signs. You gonna want to help. Ain't nobody gonna have to ask you to help. You gonna be taking the initiative to help. You know? You just gonna you gonna want to, it's gonna be burning inside of you so bad to just get to work. That's what you gonna do. That's what you gonna do, man. You ain't gonna waste no time. You know? So I just wanted to talk about that real quick, man. Lord willing to find, hey, call halal, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to Yaki. I'm out there pushing the words to sincerity and truth. Hey, Shalom, Akim.